Hello and welcome to another episode of Micks Mowers, and today's episode is not going to be mower fixing day at all. In fact, I've been told by one of my mini subscribers that I needed to sort out my workshop because it was very messy. So today, Riley Stubbington, I have been sorting out my workshop to the best that I can. I only have half a workshop because obviously I have a family, so we have gazebos and we have barbecues and we have all that other sort of stuff that needs to go in, tents and all that stuff. So eventually when I get sorted out, I'm actually going to be keeping this workshop. I'm going to put in a new floor, and the floor has gone and the whole thing rocks, so I'm going to be moving it and putting a new floor in at some point. That's why I didn't want to invest too much in it. It'll have all new worktops and bits and pieces I'm going to make myself as well. However, now I have sorted out the workshop, I now have a good half a workshop that I can work in. I have to take a few mowers out just to sort of get in here, but I can get my table in now, which goes up in the air, which saves me lifting mowers, and I can work quite freely with two good sized workbenches to work in. So there you go, Riley Stubbington. I hope that approves of your needs. And my workshop is now tidy. On the second side to this video, I've had quite a few messages of people wanting to see a workshop tour or tool shop tour, things like that. Now, I don't have an extensive workshop and I don't have an extensive amount of tools, but I'm more than happy to show you what I have got and reasons why I've got them and bits and pieces like that. As I say, I've only got half a workshop purely because I've got a family as well, so we have to have all the other bits and pieces that go into the household as well comes into the workshop, as you can appreciate. So without further ado, let's get down, and not quite so dirty today because it's all been cleaned, and have a quick little look at what I do actually have in my tool collection. Okay, so for the bulk of this, you're not going to be seeing me at all. You're going to be seeing just my tool stuff and what have you, and what I do actually have. So I've got you on my little mini tripod. So to start off with, on the left hand side, the other side of my workshop is just full of mowers, bits and pieces, spare parts and all that sort of usual stuff, camping equipment and gazebos and Halloween stuff, all that sort of gear over there. So eventually I will get sorted out and this will just be my workshop. So initially, all I have on this side of the bench, this is where I do most of my small works. So anything that is sort of repairing axles, things like that. So I've got a set of star washers inside there. I did show you those just the other day, I believe. These are relatively cheap, and these just fit on the side of axles, the whole wheels, on that sort of stuff. So they're pretty cool. What else have we got? Primer bulbs in there. That's the non-genuine Briggs & Stratton copies in that one. We've got in this one keyways for Briggs & Strats and other engines, and gasket diaphragm sets. So in my little Chinese takeaway tubs, I have all of that sort of good stuff. I'll just keep collecting those because they're quite handy to have around. I've got a plethora of them up here. So we then have old spark plugs, which they're good ones, and they're just good just getting it if you've got one that comes in just for testing. So they're all old spark plugs. And then I've got brand new spark plugs as well, NGK, B2LMs, and all the other different types. So they're the brand new ones. I've also got a collection of old Briggs & Strats 3.5 classic carburetors. Someone else has actually asked me to do a video on why they don't prime, because these are non-primers the other week. Now I did spot this one originally has got no ball bearing just in there, so that should have a ball bearing, so that's why that one didn't actually prime, but I'm guessing it's for straw. That's what I'm guessing to go at, but that'll be another video. So I have an old collection of spanners which I've had over the years, all marked up from 8mm up to 17, it goes up to 19s, and some odd sizes, so they're just quick and easy to have to hand, so they're pretty cool. Next I have these are relatively new. You have seen some of these. These are keyways or Woodruff keys for lawnmowers and different types of engines. I've got a box full of rivets. My rivet gun is under the workbench, so there's an assortment of rivets there. Oh, I've got a letter today come from I believe it's Martin Butler. He sent that for Riley's Mowers, so he's got a little something to open up today. He'd be well chuffed with that, and I got a parcel as well, so I'm even more chuffed than myself. A plethora of different types of washers, spring washers and all sorts. What's in this one? split pins, or cotter pins as some people call them. So all different types of split pins, and also some heat shrink wraps as well, if you need to do any electrical work and put some heat shrink around. So that's that. Up the top here is just a plethora of screws, old chisels, and just old tools that I've collected over the years. All sorts of just different bits and pieces that I just don't throw away. There's a bicycle link extractor there because of my dad, and my boys have all got bikes, but you've got to have them as well, haven't you? So different style of wood hole drills, sanding blocks, and blade sharpening stones, drifts, chisels, all that sort of stuff. So these are my older stuff, but I've just had over the years and just sort of collect. I used to drive a Land Rover, or I've had several Land Rovers in my time. So having tools was a very, very common thing in the back of a Land Rover. Whoever has actually owned a Land Rover would know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's all the old sort of stuff. Moving on from that, you've all seen my Impact. This is it was advertised as a silver line on Amazon for £38, and I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with it. It's probably my best purchase of the year that I've had for taking off flywheel keys, flywheel nuts, and blades off of lawnmowers, and it does the job with ease. And I only run a 25-litre air compressor, and although it does cut in if you work it for more than about 30 or 40 seconds, it does the job fantastic. £38, that's all that album cost me, so very happy with that. Moving on, I've got all different style of extension bars, more screws and felt nails and what have you, more extension bars in there. There's my 2-stroke mixing bottle, which was about £4 off of Amazon. You fill the petrol up to this line here, and then depending on your fuel mix, whether it be 50 to 1, 40 to 1, 32 to 1 or 25 to 1, you just top it up with oil up to the next line. So that's really cool. That's in there is this 50 to 1 mix. I'm due to pour that into a separate container. I've got some small torque screwdrivers there for some fine work. Don't use them very often at all. Some tin snips and some grinding and cutting discs up there also. That's an old railway lamp, which I was lucky to come across because I work on a railway. That's an old British rail lamp. It runs on paraffin, so it's fantastic in the winter just to turn that on and get a bit of heat, which is quite nice. Moving round, I've got a plethora of drill bits and the socket bits and pieces in there. That's a collection. Some have gone over the years. I've lost them and rounded off, but that's a collection of stuff there. I've also got my sharp knife, which is just ideal just for cutting pull cords, and that's a proper Winchester knife. That's a really nice knife. It's my favourite knife. I do have others. I have a plethora of knives because I'm a country boy as well. I was brought up in the country and do a lot of outdoor pursuit sort of stuff. And I've got up here, I've got optional knives. And down here somewhere, drop that down here. I've got a lock knife as well. Without everything falling down, got a lock knife as well. So I've always got knives to hand. So moving a bit further around, I also have this. This was given to me for Christmas. I think for my sister-in-law. I think I might be wrong. Might be mother-in-law, but a compression kit, because I was having issues last year with buying engines or getting engines coming in and working on them for so long, trying to get them running, and actually the engine was actually knackered. And a decompression kit or compression kit sorts that right out. If there's no compression in there, you know that the engine either needs proper work, and is it worth investing in that. That was again off of Amazon, and I think that came in around about £12 to £14, which was quite good. So I also have all different types of there's 180 grit paper there. I've got loads of sandpaper everywhere. All my sprays, carburetor sprays, WD-40s, WD-40 liquid spray, 2-stroke oils, 4-stroke oils, all that sort of good stuff. 2 drills, 1 Impact, which is my new one, which I got because of Roy's the boy put me onto it, and that's the, you're getting a bit of shadow work there because of that bulb, make it out of the way a bit. You're getting, this is a 18 volt one with a 4-ohm battery on it, and it's fantastic. It's actually really holding up fantastically well. I'm well happy with that. I've also got, this is quite an old drill now. This one, this is a a Bosch, another 18 volt. This is what I just use just around the house. But it's just quite a good drill to have in a workshop. That's my carburetor cleaning spray tin that I use for putting my carburetors in when I'm working on them, just to make sure I don't lose any bits and it's all clean and sterile, or sterile as I can get it. I've got a blowtorch for heating stuff up as well, just a standard DIY one there with a gas one. I've also got an LED work lamp, which is also magnetic, so it sticks to whatever you want, and you can turn it around. So if you're working like I do in the shed with poor lighting, that's quite handy. There's my 4-stroke oil. I've got air filters up here for Briggs, Hondas, and all sorts. I've got the foam ones there as well at the back. Hacksaws, bow saws, shears, bolt croppers, crowbars, you name it, that's all up there. Look at that, pull cords all wrapped up. I need to find myself a new reel holder to put them on, but I'll sort that bird's nest out. Moving on to my socket set. As I say, I don't have a vast lot of tools. I'm actually missing one. I found that earlier on. Actually, it might be in my pocket. I did find that one. I'm missing my 14mm, and I had it somewhere in my pocket. I know I did. So this is a Halford's kit, and I think these are about 30 quid, no more than that. Standard kit, but it really does the job. I lost all the bits to it. All these little bits are going there. I lost all of them, but it's actually a really good little kit for something that I do. It's just for job, and it covers all the bases for me. I don't need an extensive kit. This is just a hobby to me, and something that I enjoy. So that's my pride and joy. Actually, that's what I use, which is pretty cool. Funnels, 2 different sizes for taking oil out and filling up petrol. I've got some old strimmers over here which I'm currently working on. Hedge cutters, bits and pieces like, because you know what, I love 2-stroke engines. I've also got my oil extractor, which is probably one of my best purchases as well for this year. This was given to me by my mum for Christmas, and I think it came in at it was quite pricey for what it is. It came in at around about, I think she got it on Black Friday deal. It came in around about 24 quid, maybe 30 pounds, somewhere in there. It's a 9 litre extraction pump, and all we do is you put this end inside the engine, and then you just pump the handle, and it sucks you all up. It's an absolute fantastic bit of kit, and I love it. So moving on from that, this was purchased for me by my lovely wife, Mrs. P, as a birthday present last year, and this has saved my back hundreds of times. There are several other lawnmower enthusiasts and what have you that use this sort of equipment, and this is not cheap. You can get them for around about £250. I think this one was around about the 275 mark off of eBay, and all we do is you just make sure this handle is up here, this little red handle, make sure that's up. You give it a couple of pumps and the table will start to lift up. Now I actually broke mine because it is actually poorly made within the linkage. Let me get it up in the air a bit higher. That's actually a poor design. I actually got mine re-welded just there because that snapped. It was only made of like a zinc alley. So he actually put in some socket setups in there for me, and it's been absolutely fantastic since then. But you can get the table right up to waist height, or any level you like. You can work on it. It's fully mobile. You can spin it round. Not there's much room in my workshop. And then when it's done, you just literally with your foot just depress the lever like so, and the table drops back down again, and it's fantastic. I put a bit of wood on top because it had a metal floor. Put a bit of wood on top, and then put a bit of batten at the edge just to stop the lawnmowers from running off. But as I say, you can get right around the lawnmower and sort it out. There's my air compressor over in the far corner, just behind my hater. It's a 25 litre air compressor, and that again was another Christmas present. I think that was by my mother-in-law, which she bought me the hose for it. But I've got about 35,000 feet of hose, which I don't need, so I need to invest in a much smaller hose. But that's what I've got, so that's what it is. Okay, moving on to my tool chest. These are very common in the UK and in the States. I believe Harbour Freight sell these. Very cheap. They are slightly more expensive in the UK. This one is a how fun is that? This is actually a Dirty Pro Tools, which sort of goes with my motto of getting down and dirty, but I've only just spotted that. How cool is that? So, Dirty Pro Tools, which is about right for me because my workshop is normally dirty. So, this was purchased by my gorgeous wife for this Christmas just gone, and it's been fantastic. Actually, it has been really, really good. You can buy attachments that go on top of it and surround it, and you can add to it and all that sort of good stuff. Originally, I didn't want the top box. I wanted just the bottom chest because I wanted to be able to work on this table here with my hydraulic table up in the air. I could then put carburetors on here, but I've got bar stools and I can sit up here and work on there instead. But so this is my tool chest, and this I think was around about, I think it's about £120, somewhere around there, £100 for the complete setup. It was supposed to come with drawer dividers, but it never came with them, so that was the end of that. I've got a magnet tray, which I got the idea off of Bruce in Canada. He's a YouTuber and also Double Wide 6 uses these, and I have noticed that they're very, very common within the hobby that we all do. So literally, you just put that onto a lawnmower deck or wherever, and it just sticks to it. You put your bolts in there, and it sticks to it. They're fantastic. You get really big ones as well, but that does me. On the side here, I've got just a selection of adjustable wrenches. Don't use them very much because they have a tendency to round stuff off, but again, I need to have it in my toolbox collection. Okay, so starting off with the top part of it, let me get a bit closer. I've got Torx Allen key bits, just a selection of those, my air guns, spark plug testing kit, some paint brushes just for cleaning carburetors off, that sort of thing. Some little spring clips just for tying back dead man's handles or for holding bits together that you need to. They're quite cool. I've got 2 Stanley blades. I've probably got 4 or 5 actually total in my workshop, but they're the 2 that I keep. I've got different style of sockets, old ones, new ones, 1/2 inch, quarters, 3/8, all that sort of good stuff. Scrapers for cleaning the bottoms of lawnmowers off and paintwork. A pair of scissors is always handy. I've got spark plug sockets, which are these are ones for the disc saws and strimmers, and these do the disc saw nuts on the front. They're 14mm. Craft blades for cutting out stickers and bits and pieces that I need to. Another spark plug socket there, and that's my old faithful one. I've had this one absolute years. I'm just never getting rid of it. It's done all sorts. It's done everything I needed to do. Tape measure, just for standard measuring, and a plethora of old style sockets, which are flywheel sockets and bits and pieces like that to taking off your flywheels before I got into the air gun side of it. So I've got a few stickers there already up, and I'm hoping the letter from Martin is, well, I know it is, it's a sticker from Martin Butler, so Riley'd be well chuffed to put another one up there today. Okay, so starting from this drawer, I have extension sockets, extension bars for my DeWalt hex bits, standard extension bars, 1/2 inch, 3/8 and quarters. I've got some drill bits, screw bits for the hexes in there as well. There's my spark plug gapping set. What else we've got in there? Super glue, all that sort of little bits and pieces in that drawer. This drawer I have an insulated set, complete set of screwdrivers, flatheads and Phillips, and these I've found if I get a flathead one out, yeah, here, if you take the bit of insulation off, these are absolutely fantastic for getting the jets out of carburetors. I've got narrow ones and fat ones. These are without a doubt the best screwdrivers I've found to get those out, and they're fully insulated, where they weren't, I got a bit off the end, but they are absolutely fantastic. Moving on to the next drawer, it may look like a bit of a mess, but this is my carburetor drawer. So I have syringes for putting petrol straight down the head. These are fantastic. Set of medical forceps, and that's what I use to clamp off fuel lines on the carburetors. So just literally clamp it onto the line, and it holds it. They're brilliant. Paint brushes for cleaning off around carburetors. What else we got? Wire brush, cleaning spark plugs and carburetors up, all that sort of stuff. A few more toothbrushes, never enough toothbrushes, just for cleaning. More syringes, and then I've got a selection of dental picks. Again, these were off of Amazon or eBay, I can't remember now. And these are fantastic, literally for getting into the jet holes, for scraping carburetors and what have you. They're also good for doing your own teeth if you need to, I suppose. But they're quite good just for getting to really fine places, which are quite nice. I've also got a set of files. These are actually for cleaning propane or acetylene jets out. That's what they're actually for. It comes with a file, a flat file, but these are what I use for getting actually inside the jets of carburetors, getting right down, different sizes, getting right down and dirty in there and cleaning the jets out. So they're really, really good. I also have this little screwdriver, which is one of my favourites. It's a little tiny flat-headed screwdriver. It's tiny and it's perfect for taking out the jets on the 3.5 classic Briggs & Stratton lawnmowers. You can get right inside and just tweeze the jet out ever so slightly. So they're quite cool. There's another dental pick just there. What else we got in there? I've got a little socket there. It's probably out of my Halford set. That's not the one I'm after though. So let's put them back. Moving down to the next drawer is my complete set of spanners. These go from 4mm up to I think 27, I think, or 25, no, up to 30. And what I do also, I like to tape all my 10mm and all my 13s. So if I need to get a 10mm quite quick, you know, it's like your 10mm is the most popular spanner in the world. So I know that if anything's got tape on it and it looks relatively small, I can grab 3 spanners and I know I've got 3 10mm. So it's just a little trick. That's just what I do. Put some tape around the ones you use commonly. You can also colour code them if need be. Next drawer down, 2 more paint brushes just for cleaning and what have you. I've got a plethora of sets of pliers, long nose pliers, circlip pliers. These are all different ones. So these ones are the closing ones. Sorry, not seeing that. Closing ones. These ones are straight ones. I've got loads here. These ones are the opening ones. So that was a complete set. Again, probably Amazon, somewhere like that. Sets of snips, normal pliers, some wire strippers I've got as well. A small set of mole grips, real long nose pliers, big long ones. So I've got a plethora of pliers in there. Goes around that way. Moving down to the next drawer, spare socket set. My mum bought me this one for Christmas a year before last. Never even used it, purely because my Halford set has held up so well. I've never ever had to use it. It's all complete. Never had to use it once, but it's there in case I ever need to. So always good to have a backup set. I've got a set of grips there, or wrenches, cable ties, and just some spare bits of pull cord. That's not for the lawnmowers. It's for tying back lawnmower, dead man's handles, that sort of stuff, or hanging stuff up if I'm spraying anything. So that's that. Round the side here, this is my new device I picked up. That was only about £2, £3, which is my blade balancing tool, and it's got all different sizes for different blades. It's got a needle on the top. Lots of people just balance it on a nail, which is fine in my opinion, in a vise. But this is completely symmetrical, as long as it's on a flat surface, which that is there. Probably not at the back though. If you look at the back, it's probably not at the back. So long as it's on a flat surface, you put the blade on top, and that will tell you whether your blade is heavy one side or the other, or heavy forwards or backwards. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I've also got some electrician tape and some duct tape around the corner. Permanent marker pen for marking top dead centres, that sort of stuff. Moving down the next drawer, I've got a selection of screwdrivers and nut runners. So these are pretty cool for undoing just standard nuts and what have you. They're sockets ones. They're quite good for the steel carburetors and what have you, because you can get, if you get the right one, which is 8mm, I think it is there, you can get right inside it. So they're pretty cool. Just some old screwdrivers. some Phillips in here. I've got another set of standard screwdrivers as well, and some fine work as well. And there's all my selection of attachments. I've also got the green ones are torque sets as well. So I've got the torque ones. That's a complete set. So that's all right. Under here are my persuaders. So I've got 2 claws, a fine one, and 2 clubs. One club is just your standard heavy duty, and one club is just soft metal and plastic on the other side of it. They're quite good for knocking flywheel nuts off if you haven't got pullers and that sort of stuff. That's a new piece I picked up just day before yesterday, just for rubbing down and what have you. It goes on the drill, and just a standard wire brush. I've got those. Right down in the bottom, let me get them up, it'll be easier. Okay, so in the bottom side of my cabinet, I have 3 different style of pullers, and these are used for taking off flywheels, especially the big one. Therefore, that one's for taking off. I use for taking off blade boss assemblies, which are fantastic because you just put a bolt through the blade boss onto through the centre, and then that clamps on either side of the blade boss and just retract it out. So much better than the days of smashing it with a mallet trying to get it off, and then you get it halfway off and it snaps on you. So they're all my pullers. Again, that set was relatively cheap. I think that set was about £6, I think, for the set 3. So they're pretty cool. Down in here I just got bungee cords, WD-40, more cable ties, all that sort of lovely good stuff. So that's pretty much what I have in my tool collection. I've got some fuel hoses, which you saw the other week. 4 different sizes. I've got 4 feet, 4 different sizes, and they were really cheap. That's about £3 the lot. And that'll do probably about 15 different strimmers and what have you. So that's pretty good. So as you can see, I don't have a massive, extensive tool collection. It's not vast and it's not all snap-on stuff and what have you. But I'm collecting. I make do with what I've got, and what I don't have, I have to save up for, or make something up that make it work. And that's what it's all about. So I did have a parcel come today, which I was really excited about. Well, not really excited about. It's nothing super duper, but it's one of my jobs I need to do, which I've been waiting for. So let's just smash it open. So this is the carburetor for the FS38 I had sat on my vise for a little while. I was going to get a new carburetor gasket set for it, but in the UK, down my local chainsaw shop, which I'm going to get on within 10 minutes, I wanted about £25 to £30 for a carburetor gasket set, and that wasn't including the needle floats and all that sort of stuff. It was literally just for gasket diaphragm sets, which I think is poor. Now you can buy copies diaphragm gasket sets, but we all know what they're like, so I decided just to go down the road of getting a new carburetor set. It comes with a fuel filter, it comes with the gaskets for the air filter side and engine side, both sides of the carburetor. It comes with a set of fuel lines, that way, set of fuel lines, that's your inlet, that's your outlet. It comes with a air filter. Now that feels really hard to me, but that's what it is. I can see a little bit of daylight through it. Again, I'm probably not holding much hopes for that, but it's got to be better than what's already in there. And then on to the main event itself, a brand spanking new carburetor. Now some people may sort of have comments about me getting copies and what have you, but I'm in this for profit, and that's all there is to it. As long as I can get that machine running and it runs true and it runs fine, then why shouldn't we get the cheaper option? So if you've got something to say about it, put it in the comment section below and we'll have a discussion about it. Should I buy a brand new steel carburetor for about £70 to £80, or should I buy a imported copy for £6.99? Now I have used these before on FS45s and they run fantastic. You still have to adjust them on the top and on the idle screws. You have to give them a bit of a tweak up, but I've never had one that I've had to work on again. In fact, I had a friend of mine, did a new carburetor on it for him, and it's been running for 2 years solid. Even over winter, it's been fine. So, so we've got everything we need. Brand new carburetor, which has got the right linkage on it this time. Last time I had one, it had the wrong linkage, and I had to make something up to fit it. Got the whole lot for $6.99. The strimmer stands me in at, and come in as a job lot. I have got the strimmer and the mower, and I think I paid about £40 for the pair. I have since sold that little mount field that come in. That's sold, and I'm now back into profit already, and I haven't yet sold the strimmer. And so all that strimmer now owes me is $6.99. So it's got to be worth a go. So that's what I've got. I'm not going to put this video up until my little Riley boy comes home, because he'll want to open his little package up he's got. Once I've done that with Riley, he can give me a hand and we'll get it uploaded and get it edited, so that'd be pretty cool. So on the selling side, I sold a lawnmower today. The little blue Power Extreme went this morning. That's fantastic. I sold the little mount field 414, I think it is. That sold yesterday. The two mowers I had in, I worked on the Webb and the Wilco. They're both done and they're due to go back any day. In fact, the woman may have even messaged me to say when I can drop it off. My sister, yeah, there you go. So she's actually not very well at the moment, so I can meet her this afternoon. So that's fantastic. So they're gone. However, the Wilco mower, I went to fire it up this morning. It started beautifully and it was running, and then it just started to have fuel issues. So it needed a carburetor coming off again, and I used carburetor spray and my air compressor and give it a real thorough blasting, and it now runs sweet as a nut. And I also put the air intake pipe back on the Webb, which I forgot to do. So that's now up and running. That's just had 2 carburetor cleans and 2 spark plugs. That's all it's had. So that's cool. So they're going. I've got another woman also has messaged me today to say, I see you've got a selection of mowers, can I come around and have a look at them today? So hopefully she'll be coming around to buy a mower as well. So they are starting to go, which is quite nice, and I can then start to collect the money in and start going and buy more mowers and just keep turning the pound. So that's my little workshop and tidy up and tool collection. It was for Riley Stubbington in particular. He wanted to see my workshop tidy, and also one of my other subscribers wanted me to show me his my toolbox collection. It was Doug Sweener. He's over in the States. He wanted to see a little collection of what tools I use and what have you. So that's for you, Doug. And I believe he's going to return the favour and do one of his own. He's just recently come out of hospital, so he's just going to be potting around his shed, I expect, with his workshop, and doing the same as me. So just having a little, taking it easy time. So look after yourself, Doug, and you'll come back thick and fast and as strong as ever. I know you will, buddy. So that little video was for you as well, mate. So that's it for today. I just want to wait for Riley to turn up. I can finish the end bit of the video when he gets back from school, which should be in about 45 minutes time, so he'd be absolutely excited. He had well booked day today, and he went to school dressed as a cat in the hat. He had a big 2-foot red and white hat on and whiskers on his chops and whatever, so he's absolutely full of beans. So that's pretty cool. So I'll end it here and I'll just pick the last bit up a bit later on. Okay, so my little Riley boy's just turned up. He's just finished school.
Yeah.
He's just got off a school bus and he's super excited. He's absolutely full of beans. What are we having for dinner tonight?
Pie.
We're having a proper pie tonight. A proper pie, ham, leek and chicken pie from our local pie shop. It's award winning. It's fantastic. So I've got that tonight to have.
Yeah.
Did you have a good day at school?
Yeah.
What did you do today?
Splash.
Splash?
No. Body.
Eh?
Body basic.
You play ball the basics on
Yeah.
the iPad. Did you go swimming?
No.
Ball pool?
No.
What?
No. Whoa.
Oh, okay. He's doing that tomorrow. That's pretty cool. We had a good day, yes?
Yeah.
And what did you dress up as? Cat in a hat. You had a good day?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, what?
So anyway, I've got a surprise for you.
What's it?
I'll show you.
Where?
Dan. So you've got your own little letter today that come through the post, and it's got on here Riley's Mowers.
Yay!
I've already opened it up for you just so you can get into it. So that's for you, Riley. Someone sent you a little thing. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
That's it. Right. Fantastic. He's shaking. He's actually shaking. Okay, good. Right, open it up then. Let's see what you got. Wow, what's that?
Again!
So you got another sticker. Fantastic.
Who do that?
So this sticker is a retro restore. Yeah.
Oh, Mum, what? In fact, war.
You want what? You want more?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll ask them, okay?
Okay.
So this one is from Martin over at
Martin?
Martin.
Where?
From Retro Restore
Hi,
channel.
Martin.
And he does lawnmowers, cars,
Car?
pretty much anything you can restore. He even does little toy cars now, which is what I could never do.
car?
It's far too fiddly for me. But he does pretty much restores most stuff, and he'll have a go at anything, even around the house, even if it's just trying to repair the pressure in his shower or something like that. He'll have a go at most things. So, but like I say, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much, Martin, for that. Much appreciated, mate.
Martin?
We're going to stick it up on our toolbox,
Yeah.
and that's 4. I think we've got 4 stickers now. So, if you would like to send Little Riley Boy one of your stickers off your channel, or if you do visit some kind of show, Steam show, or whatever it is, and there's a sticker going, then Riley would really appreciate the sticker. I'll put my email address down below.
Well,
just simply send us an email, and I'll send you my address, and then you can send Little Riley Boy a sticker to go on his toolbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right, so we're going to wrap this little video up now, and we're going to get our dinner, have a scrub, and relax for the rest of the day. So I look forward to seeing you very shortly on the next episode, and I think I'm going to be getting on with the FS38 carburetor change on that strimmer. Get that up and running, and I can get that up for sale. So that's actually pretty good. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Micks Mowers, and we'll catch you really, really soon. Catch you later.